So, I finally got it. I finally got my first piece of Idol slash Snogizaka merchandise. Bam, here we go. We got the Ikuta Erika, however you want to pronounce it. You know, the Ikutadon. We got that. What I'm here to do is to review it from my point of view, a photographer's point of view, who went to school for this stuff. So, let's check out the good, the bad of this photo book. The problem overall with this book, I noticed, is the editing should have been more finely refined, and by editing I mean picking which photos go where. It could have been better picked. There's a lot of good photos in here, some that shouldn't even have left the computer or the card. It should have just been deleted automatically. So the start of the book goes off to the back cover. This is a fine shot, but again, it's not front of the book or back of the book worthy. Next couple of shots are a little plain, you know, just stretching it out, looking at the camera. The whiteness over here doesn't bother me. So this is an okay set to start with. You always start off with good photos. Always start off with one of your strongest. Then move to this one, which is really the ear shot, because the sun is going through it. So this one, there's nothing fantastic about it. There's nothing really too bad. Maybe the green tint, but that's very minuscule because there's grass there. So it's an okay shot. I don't know if it's worth the double spread thing. And then we'll move on to this. This should not have been in here. I mean, why have the white borders? I mean, the photo clearly fits the page. And with the other one, it looks paparazzi-ish. Doesn't look photo shoot worthy. This one kind of sets the pace, kind of sets the mood for what she's gonna do. I think that's her adjusting her sock or something. But it's a very playful thing. I think it would have been a little cooler to have her showing her face, but I think it's alright. It's alright to set a mood, just for setting mood. It's nothing too extravagant. Next, we'll move on to one of the editing mistakes that I saw. This one. These two photos should have been swapped, so the green goes with the green and the darkness goes with the darkness. Because this sets a mood, this sets a mood. This is adventure, and this is kind of adventure too. So they should have swapped them to kind of like make every page make a own little story. This one, okay, this one's kind of like, maybe it'll work in a documentary, but in a photo book that doesn't work. I don't want to see the phone and the picture that she took. Now next, she has arrived at her location, and this looks like a church. I mean, this one's kind of touristy. It looks very touristy. This one looks like anyone with a DSLR could have taken it. This one though, this one had a little bit more thought into it. The pose is kind of awkward, but overall I think it's a better picture. Now move on to this. This one's a cute pose, just walking around, looking at the town, looking at all the sights and all the buildings. So it's more of a story setup, because the picture is actually nice. It's not in the center or anything. It's a nice. I mean, the toes could have been included, not cut it off. That's a pet peeve of mine, but it's all right. It's all right. And this one, the lavender, or whatever that is. I mean, this pose looks like it could get cheesy real fast. Like, I could see that max one time before it becomes cheese. Oh, I think she put them down and started smelling them. I mean, sure. I want to see her smelling the pot of lavender or whatever that is. Yeah, include that as a spread. The sun flare is a little bit too prominent. You can see like the J.J. Abrams type of lighting. And then we move on to this picture, which ends the little story arc. I guess these are little story arcs, which is her looking at a building. But there's no story in this one. It's only her looking up and looking at what looks like a building, but it doesn't really tell a story. It just goes. That's the pose she's doing. It's like, hey, pretend you're looking over there and pretend you're looking at a building and look really excited. All right, let's keep on going. This one, okay. It's hair. That could have been anyone. Although I do love that little highlight over there for the hair. Very nice. Now this is one of the better poses, I think. It's very natural. I'm looking under because I can't see it. It's very natural. Very like, oh no, I'm so silly. Oh no, I'm so cute. Oh, blah blah blah. I'm in the hotel, and this one's kind of like, oh hey, I'm doing something, bending down. I don't know what. It's kind of weird actually. Once I look at it, this one could have been improved. I don't think you need 4 up here. I think you could use this one. This is a very nice pose. This one, very very nice pose. I like this one a lot. This one should have been bigger. This one should have been a spread. This one, it's her looking out a window. Okay, cool. Nothing too exciting there. Lighting's okay at best. And this one's very, oh, look at my socks. I'm wearing shoes. I actually wear socks like a regular human being. And the color kind of doesn't match. I mean, it's very, very blue, while the other ones are very yellowy, greenish. This one, I've noticed a trend that the first picture in the German, with the German, is always like mood setting. It's not anything spectacular. It's very mood setting. So keeping with that theme, I guess it keeps up with the other ones because, I mean, it's just her running on railroad tracks. Now these two actually like together because this one actually tells more of a story than the other ones, and plus they're not so similar that it gets me aggravated. So this one's eating ice cream, very cute, very very natural. Maybe could have tilted a little bit more down to get rid of this headroom. This one, nice lighting, very flat, very nice, very feminine lighting, and this one shows nice emotion and pose. Now this one's a nice, but we don't need this big old picture to represent an old picture. I mean, you could have done something smaller, which they do later. But it's very nice to have like the similar feel. Although I wish she did the exact same pose. Maybe got her sister. That would have been cool. We have this one. This one's just a cute one. Nothing to say about this. This is all about emotion. This is not about photography. This one, look how much I've grown kind of thing. It's not like, look how good the picture is. Look how good she looks. It's like a, oh hey, look how much she's grown. This one, I like this one. I like this one. I wish there was a little kick back there. But this is another solid one of them. The headroom doesn't bother me like the other ones because it's more of a setting the mood. Yeah, it could have been spread maybe with her like this, her right here, but of course she'd be bigger, and then like the emptiness over here of the rest of the scenery. This one I don't like. This one looks very stalkerish. It looks like you're sitting across the table and you're like, hey, that girl looks famous, I'm gonna take a picture of her. And then that's the picture someone took with a DSLR. This one's a good one, but this one looks like her boyfriend went with her to like a restaurant or a cafe, and then he was like, oh hey, look, let me take a picture of you, and then took a picture. So in that sense, it seems very personal. This one, another mood maker, but I don't like it. It looks like some sort of children's TV show ad. This one's a nice pose. I wish she didn't cover up her leg, but it's a nice pose, and they kind of cut it off at the ankles a little. But the pose is very, very good. If only she moved her arm, but the expression is actually what is the best thing about this photo, which kind of makes up for the rest of the stuff. Now, this is another solid image. Look at the headroom. The cropping isn't too bad. The lighting is very nice. Very natural pose, very good expression. Very good. Solid. This one, why? Okay, her lifting it up. Maybe take it from the back to make it a little more interesting. I don't know. That one doesn't appeal to me. It seems kind of like one of those like shots that you try to be creative with. So you try to take more, but then you decide you don't want them because they didn't come out good. Seems like one of those shots. Now this one, out of these three, the only one I like is this one. This one's pose seems very, very natural. It seems like that's actually a pose she would do. That's actually how she would sit, and the expression sets the mood and the story very well. This one's kind of like stereotypical, so that's why I don't like it. This one's in the middle because the lighting is nice, but it's very, very cheesy now because everybody does the, oh hey, stand by the window and I'll capture the window light on your face and run your hand across your hair kind of thing. So in that sense, it seems kind of cheesy. Again, her expression is what makes it better. Now this was almost a perfect page, except for one thing. This one does not fit with these four at all. I mean, if you look at it, it doesn't really fit. I mean, everything's like her plus dog, her, all these different expressions. Look, her plus dog, we have different expressions. Even though they're a second apart, they're totally different, so it kind of fits in together. But then you have this, strawberry face. Now, I think another expression would have fit there perfectly, maybe with a strawberry, but not making it the focus. But this one, I still really like this one. This one's super sharp. Like, you could tell what's the focus of this. It's not the dog, it's her, which is something that's really hard to do, especially with something in the foreground and something in the background. See, look, like this one, let's see, if it fits right there. No, I don't think that would have fit. This is too distracting right here. This is kind of like, let me smile while I stick strawberry on my tooth instead of actually biting it. So I think this could have been a little bit more natural and maybe a little bit more like this type of shot, a little bit more back, and I think this would have fit nicely with the other ones. Now this one's really nice. This one tells the story. This one says, oh hey, I'm wearing this dress while in Germany, and there's a big sign over here with a bike. That's what that story tells. But what I like about it is that the lighting is nice. And the expression, pose, it all blends in very well with how she's running. Detour stop over here. I actually like this image a lot. This one could have been spread. This one tells the story, you know, she's hungry. She wants those yummy looking, I think they're meat. I'm not even sure, but I like this one. This one looks like she got part of that strawberry stuck in her tooth after not biting it well, and she's trying to pick it out. This one I actually have a problem with. First thing your eye goes to is the DHL trucks. Second thing, these people in front. Third thing, the thing that's actually in focus, which is the ground next to her. If you look there, that's in focus, not her. So, very close to the focus, but not enough to attract the attention. Plus, don't photograph in front of bright objects, because when you photograph in front of bright objects and you're darker, then that means that the eye will not pay attention to the subject. It will go to the brightest part of the image. This one's alright for a spread. Compared to the other spreads, I like this one. This one with the leading lines, and then her kind of in the middle. I mean, she could have been more in the middle, but since it's a spread, it kind of wouldn't make sense. So I think when someone takes these pictures, they have to be very self-conscious of whether they want to spread or not. Because if they want to spread, they absolutely can't be in the middle. But this one's to the side, but the composition doesn't really mix in with her being on the side. So she should be in the middle. So I guess it shouldn't be a spread. And this is a very nice shot. Very simple, very nice, very to the books kind of shot. So this one's a solid image. Look at that, nothing cut off. The lighting is nice. She's in the shadow. Nice expression. I think the biggest thing with these photos is that she always has a nice expression, and she makes things look natural, which is very good. This is actually nice. Although this distracts a little bit, these people in the foreground. I think if you crop them out a little bit more, then it would have come out a little nicer. But she looks solid in this one. I mean, the rim light that the sun is giving her, it's like very good, and she's not too underexposed, which is all right. This one, in my opinion, is one of the worst images of this book. It's this. I mean, first thing your eye goes to is this lady with the beer. Second is this person, and then you're like, oh, okay, let me find Erika now. Oh, is that her? Oh yeah, that's her with her back turned to the camera. But hey, at least she's in focus, right? All right, this one made me laugh when I first saw it. It's this one. There's a seagull in the picture. Can you believe there's a seagull in the picture? Look at this. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's no rules against editing to that degree. I mean, that's easily a clone stamp out or even a patch tool out. that image could have been more solid, but I think it attracted my attention just because of the flaw. So maybe it's a good thing they kept it. And next one is very like, you know, very kind of like somber, kind of like, let me look down at the floor and take my picture. It's very like classic taking picture pose that someone does. That's like something someone would go to as a pose. With this one, you don't need two of them. You could easily just have left this picture. This one's kind of unnecessary. This one's a nice picture. Maybe, okay, look, you have enough headroom. You could easily show the whole foot and don't cut off at weird places. This one's all right. Nothing spectacular about it. She's a little underexposed, but it's supposed to be more silhouette-like. So, nothing too bad. I mean, you can still see her face and everything. It doesn't really tell a story. It just shows her jumping. So I think that's my biggest problem with it. Next, we have a nice little set of images. This one's a nice solid one. This one's all right. This one tells more of a story though. And this one is just people walking upstairs. And oh, there she is. I didn't see her. She's right there, in her red beanie. So it's a good thing they got a red beanie because that's really attention grabbing. But you know what would have been better? If they combined all three of these. And they got her looking back, walking up the stairs. And I don't know about this one. But her walking up the stairs looking back, that would have been a nice shot. Also, please look at this. It's all crooked. Come on, you can fix that easily. This one's a very nice image. This one's like cover worthy, I think. Or maybe like ad worthy. I think this is a very nice image. This one shows a lot of emotion. And the lighting's super nice on this one, very soft. No color distractions or anything. This one's a solid one. And this one tells a story. This one's more like this is something you would see more like in a film than in a picture. So it's very storytelling. This one, you don't need two of them. I know how before they had the like 2 seconds apart kind of image, but this one's like literally like a second apart, and it's the exact same almost. So one of those could have been fine. This one's very cute. Nothing too good about it though. Just a cute picture of a cute girl pretty much. But I do appreciate she's not standing exactly on the railway like many stereotypical photographers do. This one, nothing special. Kind of like, oh hey, while you're getting changed, can you stand at the wall real quick? Alright, go finish changing. This one, the lighting's kind of off. I can see what they were trying to do, but I don't think they accomplished it. They're trying to show like the quirky cuteness in the pool, but no, I don't think they captured it. This one is actually pretty good. The hand is directing you. Although I wish they switched these two, because then she would have been leading you to here, and that would have been super good at leading lines. Yeah, the blue tint doesn't bother me. The headroom, everything. It's actually pretty good. Well, meanwhile, this is one of my favorites of the book. This one is definitely cover worthy. Look at this. The lighting is almost perfect on this one. Like, it's super soft. You can tell it came from a huge window. The pose is very, very natural. Expression, lovely, and the colors blend in well with everything. Nothing is too distracting. Focus is straight on the subject. Very nice. This one is kind of stereotypical, but the thing that bothers me is she's not in focus. Her elbow's in focus. She isn't in focus. So that kind of takes me off a little, but other than that, it's pretty good. Now this one tells a story. This one is all mood right here. This one, I really like this image. The lighting on it it's very good, very good. This one is a little cheesy. Her splashing water. But I mean, this tells more emotion. It doesn't really tell her character because it's like a stereotypical smile. So it just shows that she'll listen to what the photographer says and splash camera at them. This one, again, with that sweet lighting. It's the same lighting we saw before. It's a very nice image. Everything's tack sharp. Very solid, very nice. Now this one is the pet peeve of the photo book. What is this? What is this? Where is it in her neck, her chin? I mean, maybe if you had it like this, if the picture just came out like this, then that's good. But this, no, that will not roll. There's so many different angles you could take pool pictures with that I think they should have explored more options with that. Oh, now we move on to the next scene. This very classic piano picture. Very classic. You'll see that everywhere with pianists. And now this one would have been good if there wasn't so many distractions in the background. I know they can't do a lot with that, but I mean, maybe get a smaller aperture lens. Smaller, I mean bigger aperture lens, larger. With these images, there's a color balance issue. I don't know what it is, but like right here, look, this is clearly white. This book is clearly white, but it's green. I mean, this one, it doesn't distract so much, but this one it kind of does because you can see the white there. And this one tells a story, kind of. This one just says she's looking up somewhere. I don't know if it's a church or at a library. Doesn't really say a lot. And this one's kind of just like a stereotypical, oh hey, I'm looking at the book kind of thing. Now this image, this is one of my pet peeves right here. I mean, look at the color on that is not good color. There's the green from the wall, there's the yellow from the light bulb. I can see they try to auto-correct it by getting the white over here of the wall, but it didn't do it. I mean, you could have got the white from here and put it here, since that's the same type of lighting. But you could have easily fixed that. You could do color balance, get some layer masking, do some brushing, and you could have fixed that lighting. You could have made it either all green like the rest of the photos, or make it that weird yellow that's there. Now these two are actually really nice photos. They actually fit nice with each other. This pose is kind of awkward, but you know, for the dress it kind of fits along with it. This one is very, I mean, you can see the shadow in the back, but it doesn't bother me too much. I mean, the pose is what it's all about. It's concentrating on pose. All the other distractions not really there. I actually like how they set up the table. They actually put some thought into the table arrangements. So bonus points for them. This one's very cute. I mean, fans will like it. My perspective is, it's alright. I think I like this one better. This one's a different angle from everything else. It seems like he, she, whoever took the picture, actually got up and moved around to see different angles and get a good pose. Now these two. These are almost exactly the same picture. This is the 2-second apart thing again. It isn't really needed. Have one or have none. Two of them that are almost the same. I mean, nah, it's not needed. Because I mean, in this one, it looks like she's crying. But then in this one, it looks like she's laughing. So, have the laughing one. The other one is really not needed. And here we go. We have another set. Another story in the arc. Another arc in the story. Another arc in the ocean. We have the town. This one's very cute, very playful. Lighting is bad, but she makes up for like the rest of the pictures. Now this one is actually my favorite picture of the whole book. It's this picture right here. Very nice, very nice. If they had a larger aperture lens, if they had a larger aperture lens, this picture could have been like best picture, one of the best pictures I've seen. This one looks very touristy. This one looks like anyone could have taken it. I mean, they kind of got this guy right here in the motion, kind of upping the production value, but everything else in the background is just blown out and there's no detail in it. And when you're trying to create a story like this you kind of need that detail. And even though she's in the shadow, she could have been put at the edge of the shadow. That way she gets a little bit more light, and then you could actually stop down and get more of the background. Now, get ready for the worst picture of the book. It's this one right here. This one looks like, oh hey, we changed locations, so let me change my settings real quick and take a picture. Okay, oh sweet, I took a picture and it says restaurant on it. Oh okay, hey, this came out pretty good. I'm gonna put that in the book. That's what it looks like. It looks like you're testing your exposure and you put it in the book. Meanwhile, this one, where she's trying to hop for the book, it looks like, I don't know, it looks kind of cheesy. You can't even see her reach anything. She's just hopping and hopping and hopping and hopping. And it's really, there's a better way to do that. Gosh darn it, I won't say that she doesn't look cute in it. But hey, look what we see again. We see the same pose that we saw before. I think actually the apple looks better than the pot. So the potted plant. So I'm actually going towards this one more than the other one. So I guess the pose didn't get tiring after 1. So I think the max is 2 now. This one should have been next to the Apple one if you wanted it to make sense and make it a little bit better. But it's still not solid enough to have in there, I think. It's very like cute. I mean, I think this one would have fit better at the market thing than including the whole little story about the bad picture and her jumping. Move on to my favorite pages. These two. This tells an immense story. Look at that mood. Look at that scenery. Scenery, mood, good. Pose, good. Hair, good. Everything good. Nice pose, nice lighting. Nothing too spectacular. This one, kind of good pose. A little underexposed, but it's alright. This one, solid image. Nice brightness to darkness here. Nice light on the face. Nice pose, nice expression. Very good. This one kind of looks like a scene from a movie. This one's good. This one's good. This one's good. This one I don't like so much. This one, too similar. Again, a lot of the problem with the book, sometimes they're too similar. This one, very good. Cover material worthy. Nice, sharp bokeh. This one, a little cheesy pose, but it's still solid. This one, cover, again, nothing else to say. Made the cover for a reason. Super good. Light, hair, pose, smile, everything. This one, meh. These two, meh. This one's actually the better one. Tells more of a story. Keep this one. This one, put it. You know, like keep both of these, but maybe put a different picture next to them. This one very fun, but the lighting is trying to be flattering, but it's not flattering enough. This one is absolutely no. It's in the middle. It's super headroom. No. And we have Japanese interview, which I can't read, and German, which I can't read. Some of those pictures in the interviews should have been pictures instead. There are some really good images in there. They should have included some of those into the book. Alright, thanks for watching. If you have any opinions about the photos or the book in general, you can tell me down in the comments below.